Kentucky's job market is holding steady, but there's more to the story than the headline numbers suggest. The latest data from KYSTATS reveals the Commonwealth's unemployment rate remained unchanged at 4.9% in July 2025, matching June's rate and slightly lower than the same period a year ago. Meanwhile, the national unemployment rate edged up to 4.2%, a 0.1 percentage point increase from June. At first glance, these figures might seem straightforward, but the nuances behind the numbers tell a more complex tale. For instance, the labor force itself shrank slightly in July, with 1,385 fewer people counted as either working or actively seeking jobs. But here's where it gets controversial. The report clarifies that these changes weren't statistically significant, meaning the state's labor market likely hasn't undergone a major shift. So, is this stability a sign of economic resilience? Or are we missing cracks beneath the surface? Let's break it down. The data comes from two key surveys. The first, the Current Population Survey, CPS, tracks households and includes all workers, from farmhands to freelancers. The second, the Current Employment Statistics, CES, focuses on businesses and excludes agricultural and self-employed workers. July's CES data shows Kentucky added 1,200 non-farm jobs, a 1.1% annual increase. But here's the part most people miss. Not all sectors are growing in lockstep. While trade, transportation, and utilities gained 1,900 jobs and 3,900 since 2024, other industries like leisure and hospitality saw sharp declines. The hospitality sector lost 500 jobs in July alone, with food service and accommodations shedding 700 positions despite a 200-job gain in arts and entertainment. Could this signal a broader trend in consumer spending, or is it a temporary blip? The data invites debate. Construction, on the other hand, is booming. Kentucky added 700 jobs in July, a 6.4% annual surge. This growth isn't just a one-sector miracle. Professional services also added 400 jobs, though subsectors like administrative support and finance saw mixed results. But not all industries are thriving. Manufacturing lost 1,400 jobs in July, erasing earlier gains in non-durable goods production. Dr. Mike Clark from the University of Kentucky's Center for Business and Economic Research notes this pattern. Non-durable manufacturing posted strong gains earlier in the year, but declines in June and July erased most of these gains. Is this a warning sign for Kentucky's industrial base, or a natural cycle of economic adjustment? The educational and health services sector also presents a paradox. While it lost 700 jobs in July, it's grown by 6,000 positions, 1.9% since 2024. Similarly, government employment dipped by 800 jobs in July, but rose 4,000 annually. These swings highlight the importance of seasonal adjustments. Fluctuations caused by holidays, school schedules, and weather are smoothed out to reveal trends. Yet for smaller regions like counties, these adjustments aren't applied, making local-level data less reliable. So, what's next for Kentucky's labor market? The data paints a mixed picture. Some sectors are surging, others are stagnant, and a few are retreating. As Dr. Clark emphasizes, these differences were not statistically significant and suggest there was little change in Kentucky's labor market. But does that mean the status quo is sustainable, or are we overlooking deeper challenges? We'd love to hear your take. Do you think Kentucky's job market is primed for growth, or should policymakers be sounding alarms? Share your thoughts in the comments. For more details, visit the Kentucky Center for Statistics website at https://kystats.ky.gov/KYLMI. Stay informed, stay curious,